What's up guys, I'm spikevegeta, and for the next video in our DKC TF tutorial guide, we're doing 3B Bramble Scramble. This is another one of, I wouldn't say this is among the easiest levels in the game, but it's probably in that second tier, like pretty easy once you learn it. It looks super terrifying, there's thorns everywhere, there's bottomless pits in a lot of places, but it's really not as bad as it looks. To note, coming out of 3.5, you have to be finishing the level with either Dixie or Cranky, because we're taking the midway exit to get up here. So, you can go check out my 3.5 tutorial to see how that all works. To note, again, you can finish 3.5 with Dixie, but it is more optimal just to switch to Cranky on the first barrel that you see in 3.5. So I'm not going to show you the backup, because I don't know it. It's not just me withholding information. I don't know the backup for like the timing for grabbing the Cranky barrel here. It's probably not a big deal. But it does start an enemy cycle a little bit early right in front of you, a fire porcupine, and then you kind of have to do some different stuff to get around him. Either way, just end 3.5 with Cranky, simplify it, and we can start the level. So yeah, here's Bramble Scramble. I'm trying to show you guys a couple of my visual cues. Again, the level looks terrifying. There's really not much that's precise other than a few flower bounces. Okay, so first off, right here, you see this little stone right here? This is my visual cue for when to do a full jump, which is going to land me on this guy. Alright, and then once I land on him, I'm going to do another full jump. This chicken's going to be like swooping down at this point, and I'm going to land over him. Let's go ahead and get a refill here just to get that all set up. Alright, so yeah, this whole first sequence, again, I'm going to do a roll, jump at the end of the rock, jump over this guy, and I'm going to do a very short roll after this platform to jump over these vines, or these the thorns right here, land in front of the fire porcupine, and then I'm going to roll through him. Okay, from there I'm going to do a full jump after I come off of that platform. There's two different ways you can go through this section. I'll try to show both ways. The way I do it, it's probably honestly just a swaggier version. It doesn't matter. But I like to do a full pogo off of this little helmed penguin right here. I'm then going to do a very small tap pogo off the first chicken in the air, and then a neutral bop off of the second chicken, which the neutral bop means I'm not going to press anything. I'm just holding right, and he's just going to do a natural bop off of him. So, full pogo, tap, neutral. Okay. And then from here, we're going to do 2 full pogos. You're going to have one right here, kind of right in front of the plant enemy right there. And then another one off of this platform that just arises. And that's going to put me right here on top of this leaf for the next section. To note, let's say you land right here. You're like, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to get up to this leaf if you land right here. So if you do, just hit that bottom leaf first and put yourself right up here. It's a very small time loss, but odds are you're going to miss this leaf and you're just going to fall in this pit like through this little section right here. So you land right here. Okay, so here's the first of the two like most precise parts of the level. I'm going to do a roll off of this leaf once I land here, and then there's a very small frame window where off of like bouncy platforms, which is what this flower is, that you can actually maintain all your momentum by tapping A as you're coming off of it. So let me just show you what it looks like when you mess it up. Oh, I actually didn't mess it up there. I hope that owl comes back. But yeah, you're going to do like these very kind of small, like slow boosts. It's not good. Don't do it. Let me make sure. Let me see if I can reload this owl. So, here's what it's supposed to look like. And if the owl doesn't show up, I'll just restart the level. It doesn't matter. I'm going to show back to something. So, yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, so as you can see there, I actually maintained my momentum. And right there, both the flower and the owl, I was just doing neutral bops off of it. I was just holding right. So as crazy as that looks, I'm not doing anything. You can also neutral bop off this third owl. What I like to do, it saves some frames, but I'll do a cane bounce, a full cane bounce off the third owl, full cane bounce off the enemy right there. You can't see him. Just trust he's going to be there if you do 2 full cane bounces, and that'll put me in the barrel. Okay, for this next section, I'm going to do like very small roll jumps on top of each of these like 3 sets of leaves. You just kind of have to learn where they pop up and how, like, all the roll jumps are going to be very small. So, boom, roll jump, roll jump, roll jump. Okay, to note right here, this is another buddy con cycle, as you can see. If you've already taken a hit, which might happen if it's your first time playing or, you know, you're just inexperienced altogether, then I can actually go ahead and grab the cranky barrel here, just to refill your health. You don't want to go too fast and end up picking up like Diddy or Dixie, because they're not going to be very good for the end of this level. Yeah, and you also want to keep cranky for 3 boss as well. So if you want to wait there, you can grab it. It's honestly not a big deal to go on with 1 health. Like, if you know how to get through the rest level without taking a hit, then I would recommend just not doing it at a high level, and you'll just lose cranky at the end, and you'll switch to him again at the beginning of 3 boss. But it's personal preference if you want. So anyways, right here, as you can see, I'm about to roll bounce, do a boosted bounce off of this second flower. This is the second of 2 that you're going to do in the level. From here, you're going to do a boosted bounce off of that, and then you're going to do a full pogo, which will put you up on top of the chicken. You'll get a neutral bounce off of him. Again, don't press anything, just keep holding right. And you'll do 2 more full pogos, 1 off the next set of leaves, and then 1 off the platform up to this vine that I'm going to grab and then immediately let go of. So let me show you what all that looks like. So we're going to roll off, get the flower. Okay, so that's actually fine. So I didn't get it right there. Again, it's the most precise parts of the level. So if that happens, you're either going to land on top of this flower, or you're going to start going down to the plant right there, which you want to pogo up off of at that point. So if that happens, all I'm going to do is I'm actually going to roll off of this and do like a full jump, and then I'm going to do a mini pogo off of the chicken, and then a small, and then the 2 regular pogos up to the vine. So it doesn't cost a lot of time. You just have to be able to react to what's going on right there. So, like, what you'll do is pogo, pogo, pogo. And that'll pull up those platforms. Now, let me see if I can go back. And actually do this section correctly. Okay. So, again, you just got to here. You've been roll jumping through this whole section, and boost. Regular pogo, neutral, regular pogo, regular pogo. You grab this. Okay, so you didn't get to see it right there. When I go back through the level, you'll notice, but there are no platforms on there. You have to pull the vine to see for the platforms to exist at all. But once you pull them, you don't have to hold. Basically, you can just grab the vine and drop instantly. As long as you grab it for even a frame, it's going to pull all these platforms up. Once I drop down here, so you notice like this first, like you got, I guess I can just show you right here. You got like this whole blade of grass. As soon as I pass the whole first blade of grass, then I'm going to do a full jump to jump over this bowl and then roll onto the tiny platform into the barrel. So, oh, okay. You actually got it thrown off because I actually don't see that. I guess it's once you see yourself start cutting the second blades of grass, that's when you want to jump. Actually, okay, my bad. So we're going into the third and final section of the level. Right here, I'm going to start a roll, and I'm going to jump on top of this flower, roll off of that through Professor Chops, the little checkpoint. And at the end of the platform that Professor Chops is on, I want to do a full jump to land up on top of this platform that's kind of high up. Honestly, I find it kind of finicky. Sometimes I'll screw it up, and I'll fall down to the spikes below. It's not a big deal if that happens. Just pull out your cane, pogo off of that, go back up to the left platform, and jump up there. I'll try to show it when I go back through and show backups, but we're ideally going to go through here, jump, roll through there. Okay. Hopefully I'll still be able to do this because I'm pausing. You're going to go what we call here end strats. It's the simplest setup to get through the rest of this level. When you are just about to touch the N, as you keep infinite rolling through here, you're going to kind of go down. You're going to almost touch the end. I do a full jump at that point, And then from there, you're just going to do full pogos all the way to the barrel. So let's see if we can get it. Okay, I didn't get it, unfortunately. Again, it's honestly pretty hard when you're, like, pause buffering everything. But let me go back through the level. I'll show some backups. Then when we get there, I can show you what it's supposed to look like. Again, the biggest thing about this level, don't stress, this level's actually super easy once you learn the whole thing. The only thing hard about it, honestly, are the flower bounces. And honestly, even if you screw up the flower bounces, it's pretty easy to get through. You just lose a little bit of time. Okay, so go up, past that first stone, full jump there, little jump, roll through that guy. Okay, actually, let's go ahead and go back here. So, let's say you don't want to do all the bounces off the chickens. It doesn't really matter. We're just going to land. Once you roll through this guy, go ahead and just get rid of him. Okay, done. Once you roll through this guy, I'll just land in, I'm going to try to land in front of this guy. And then you're just going to do little pogos all the way through this section. Actually, what is the spacing here? I don't know, Ghoul does this strat. I probably shouldn't teach this strat. I think I actually... Let's see here. Okay, that's what it is. And you'll get to here, and then you'll do a full pogo. Okay, and then that's fine, because let me show you. This is if you screw up keeping your momentum off that flower bounce. Just bounce off all the flowers until you get to here. Okay, let's see here. I don't know these backup strats nearly as well as I thought I did. Okay, that's what it is. You won't go down to the bottom section there at all. You'll just roll through the top left platform onto the top right platform. You won't go down in the pit at all. Okay. Here, still do the same thing. Full pogo, neutral, full pogo, grab. Alright, so here, you kind of, I think honestly what you have to do there, you just have to kind of eyeball it and remember kind of the feeling for when you start running. You just want to jump before you get to the bowl. Otherwise, the bowl's going to mess with you and knock you off balance and everything. But yeah, so anyways, go through here, blah, blah, blah. Alright, let me show you what end strats are supposed to look like. Hopefully, if I make this. Okay, so end strats. Full pogo, full pogo, full pogo, full pogo, into there. All I was doing was full pogos the entire way. Basically, I kind of time it for as soon as I'm about to hit the end, that's when I go ahead and do my full jump. Sometimes you'll touch the end, sometimes you won't. It's not a big deal. You just don't want to go down too far, otherwise you'll lose all your momentum on the first pogo. So from here, you're going to just mash A to shoot through all the barrels up until this last barrel. So you're going to take a hit here no matter what you do. When you get into this barrel, you should have this type of health. Cranky should have 1 heart left to him. You're actually going to wait here in this barrel. If you were doing like the time attack, then you just keep blasting through all the way because it doesn't matter. But we want to keep Cranky for 3 boss. You can get him at the beginning of 3 boss, so it isn't a big deal if you lost him here. But it does save a few seconds. So we're going to wait for this to open up to right about here. So... Okay, and even that was probably waiting a few frames too long, and kind of pause buffering. But you just want to let it essentially open up, like you kind of see it opens up in sections. As soon as the first section opens up enough to where it looks like you can blast through, you can probably blast through the whole thing. And you come up here, and bam, jump into the barrel, get level over. Alright. Trying to think... Let's run back through the whole level one time, and let me show you one little backup strat. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I might as well show it to you. The biggest backups you have to know are if you screw up the flower bounces, because even at a high level, you'll screw up the flower bounces here and there. So again, stone, full jump over the chicken, roll through this guy, boom, boom, oh, bam, boom, boom, short roll jumps everywhere. Full pogo, neutral, faux pogo, full pogo, grab, roll, roll, roll. You can also throw in a cane bounce if you want there like I did. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's just say you missed that. All I'm going to do is, at like, a lot of times, sometimes you'll bonk there instead of getting up on that platform. Just pogo there, and then kind of just get back up here like that. Okay, now, at this point, I'm trying to think of what your backup would be. I might just be lazy here. Okay, so there you might have to just kind of figure out. I don't have a backup there, honestly, if all those cycles get screwed up. Probably the honest thing to do would be to just wait a little bit as that one. Yeah, I might actually go through the little more time just to show if that were to happen. You probably just have to wait until the cycle comes back up and then go. Someone might have a better backup strat that they can upload later on. But let's say you get to this point and you lost a heart. Don't wait for, like, all these cycles are basically set up to kill you. And it honestly it only costs you 2 seconds to grab the cranky barrel at the beginning of the next level. It would cost you more time to wait here. So we're just going to blast through. Even through right here, because you'll take a hit with Donkey, but you still have enough, and you'll finish the level. Anyways, I think I'll go ahead and cut off the video there. Again, if you have that little unfortunate bonk right there, you just kind of got to learn another way to kind of poop your way through the final section. But I think that shows what the basic backups are if anything screws up. Again, not a hard level. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you, Tropical Freeze aspiring runners, and we'll see you for the next video. Bye.